Eala reaches new high at world number 49 ahead of Australian Open. Manila, Philippines. New year, same Eala. After a banner 2025, Eala continued her rise in women's tennis as she barged inside the top 50 in the latest WTA rankings on Monday. The 20-year-old Filipino recorded a new career-high ranking of world number 49 from 53. Her previous high was number 50 last November. The Rafa Nadal Academy graduate was coming off a semi-final stint in the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand. She lost to China's Wang Xinyu in 3 tight sets, narrowly missing the final round of the WTA 250 event. Veteran Ukrainian netter and world number 13 Alina Svitolina ruled the tournament, topping Wang in straight sets, 6-3, 7-6, 8, on Sunday for her 19th WTA Tour crown. Wang, meanwhile, had the biggest leap from 57th to 43rd. The ASB Classic served as a warm-up to Eala's upcoming major stint at the Australian Open, which kicks off on Wednesday. Eala, however, will first see action at the Kooyong Classic in Melbourne, where she was among the few players invited in the annual exhibition tournament. She will compete against number 70 Dana Vekic, number 121 Priscilla Hahn and Slovakia's Daniela Hantuchova. The 42-year-old Hantuchova, a 4-time Grand Slam winner, is a surprise participant in the event, marking her return to tennis after retiring in 2017. Eala reaches new high at world number 49 ahead of the Australian Open. Breaking barriers, rising spirits, and rewriting history for Filipino tennis. In the cool summer air of early January, as the tennis world turns its gaze to Melbourne and the first Grand Slam of the year, a quiet but powerful resurgence is underway, from Asia's vibrant courts to the global stage of elite women's tennis. Alexandra Eala, the 20-year-old Filipina who once dreamed of professional success in whispered hopes, has erupted into the spotlight with the force of a true rising star. In the latest Women's Tennis Association (WT) rankings released Monday, Eala soared to a career-best world number 49, a milestone that symbolizes much more than a number. A new peak, not just a number. For any athlete, breaking into the top 50 of a sport as global and competitive as tennis is a watershed moment. For Eala, already the first Filipino woman to crack the WTA Top 100 and the first to hold a Top 50 ranking, this achievement is both a personal triumph and a historic milestone. Ranked number 49 as of January 12, 2026, she has eclipsed her own best just as the sport's gaze turns toward the Australian Open, where she will compete in the main draw for the 4th straight Grand Slam. More than a statistical peak, this new ranking reflects a story of resilience, growth, and relentless pursuit. Eala enters 2026 with the confidence of a champion who has learned not just to compete, but to contend. Her rise carries with it the hopes of a nation and the inspiration of a generation. From Manila to the world stage. Alexandra Eala's journey began long before the floodlights of Auckland or the courts of Melbourne. Born on May 23, 2005 in Quezon City, Philippines, she learned tennis amid a sporting culture where opportunities were limited and global breakthroughs were rare. Turning professional in March 2020, she embraced every challenge with a curious blend of grit and grace. A left-handed game honed through discipline, a two-handed backhand wielded with growing authority. Her early career was marked by steady climbs in ranking, from supporting International Tennis Federation (ITF) events to breaking into the WTA's top 200 and eventually earning historic results that sent shockwaves through the tennis world. Along the way, Eala became the first Philippine player to reach the main draw of all 4 Grand Slams and the first to notch a Grand Slam main draw win. That rich tapestry of achievements set the stage for the breakthrough that has now placed her among the top 50. A semi-final run that sparked the surge. The immediate catalyst for Eala's rise to number 49 was her performance at the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand, one of the first WTA tournaments of the season. Entering the draw outside the top 50, she strung together 3 victories that carried her deep into the semi-finals, displaying both tactical maturity and fierce fighting spirit. Although she ultimately fell to China's Wang Xinyu in a tight 3-set battle, the run was enough to push her ranking 4 spots higher in the official WTA update. It was not just the wins themselves that mattered, but how Eala played them. Serving with improved confidence, moving with sharper court awareness, and showcasing poise when it mattered most. These were hallmarks of a player growing into her own. It was the kind of performance that whispers to the tennis world, "I belong here." More than a statistic, a symbol of possibility. Rightly, the headlines celebrate the ranking, but the deeper story is why it matters. Eala's surge holds meaning far beyond the WTA ladder. She has become a beacon of possibility for Filipino and Southeast Asian athletes in a sport where few from the region have reached such heights. Her success resets expectations, redefines what's possible, and opens doors for the next generation who saw her climb not as a distant dream but a living example. Her rise symbolizes a broader shift, Asian athletes seating themselves confidently among the traditional power centers of tennis. And as barriers drop, inspiration rises, especially for young girls watching with wide eyes, believing that the world stage is not out of reach. Preparing for a Grand Slam odyssey. For Alex Eala, however, the climb up the rankings is only part of the journey. On the heels of her Auckland run, she has turned her attention to final preparations in Melbourne, competing in the Kooyong Classic, an exhibition event that serves as a curtain raiser to the Australian Open. Among the invited players, Eala is one of the youngest, yet her calm focus speaks to a confidence forged through experience and challenge. This year, the Australian Open offers not just competition, but affirmation that her place among the elite is deserved, and that her game can stand up to the very best on the world's biggest stages. With powerful ground strokes, creative shot-making, and an unbreakable resolve, Eala is ready to transform her ranking affirmation into on-court results under the bright lights of Melbourne Park. Looking ahead, the road from here. Reaching world number 49 is not the finish line, not for Alex Eala. It is one milestone on a journey that stretches toward ever higher goals. In 2026, she will aim not only to hold her ground but to climb further, deeper runs in WTA events, stronger Grand Slam performances, and perhaps, someday soon, a WTA title at the pinnacle level. Behind her is the long climb from relative obscurity. Ahead is the bright horizon of potential yet to be fully realized. Her coaches, her fans, and her entire nation celebrate her rise, convinced that this pioneering spirit will continue to blaze new trails. A story of heart, written in every point. So what does it truly mean for Alex Eala to reach world number 49? It means dedication carved through sacrifice, early mornings, late nights, jet-lagged travels, relentless training sessions in every corner of the globe. It means persistence in adversity, turning setbacks into lessons, losses into motivation, and doubt into determination. It means history in motion, not just for her own resume, but for an entire community of young athletes who now know they can dream bigger.